Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and I'm going to break down Boston-Cleveland Game 2. Now the biggest difference here is coaching and preparation. Doc Rivers has the Celtics executing to perfection. Now if you get enough good shots in a game, chances are you're going to make a lot more than you miss, and you'll certainly be in the game if not win it. Cleveland's players looks like they just met. On defense, they're not organized and they don't have rotations down. And on offense, I'm not sure what they're doing, but it certainly doesn't resemble anything that I've ever seen. Let me show you what I mean. So here's a crucial part of the game. Down by 8 in the third quarter, they have to get a good shot. But because Shaq is kind of walking to his spot, Kendrick Perkins can slide into the post and take away the pass to LeBron. And it also lets Ray Allen get in good position so he can take away the post as well, even though he's much smaller than him. Now at this point, they don't get the ball to LeBron. There really is no other thing for them to do. They're stuck in a sort of one-on-one situation here. They kind of hand it off to Shaq and say, hey, help us out here. Now he scores, but this is not the way you're going to win playoff basketball games. Now Mo Williams is the weak sister here. By not putting any pressure on Rajon Rondo, he can just toss a little easy pass to Garnett in the post. Now the game's going to get out of hand if they don't start getting good shots, but Shaq kind of walks over there, but he is not going to set a screen, so he kind of goes down. They look disorganized. It takes them 10 seconds to get into anything, and they won't have time to get a good shot. Here they're going to try and throw it to the left side and screen and roll with Jamison. The other three guys are just standing around. It's a lot easier for Celtics to move in and get in the way, and it leaves LeBron having to do this, which I think we all know is a travel. Now I'm giving you examples of where Cleveland actually scores, and in my mind it's actually bad they scored because it makes it seem like they're good offensive plays when they're not. This is not a recipe for winning in the playoffs. Anthony Parker also killed them on defense. Here, he goes under the screen while guarding Ray Allen. As we all know, if you go under the screen, he pops back and gets wide open for a three. Now, Mo Williams is also hurting them on defense. He gets around the screen here. It is not bad, but he's not balanced, and he can't keep Rondo out of the middle like he should. So Rondo gets right to the basket for a wide open layup, blows it, but then as we all know, point guards need to go to the rebounder to get the basketball on the outlet pass. Instead, he moves away, lets him slip in there, and they get a layup off of it. In contrast to the Celtics, these are the kind of shots that Cleveland's offense gets their players. He makes it, but boy, is that a tough shot. Not only is Cleveland's offense ill-conceived, it's also not executed right. This is supposed to be a screen and roll, but they don't even get close to each other. And then if Mo Williams turns the corner, he's going to run into the three guys in the right side of the floor. So instead, Jamison flares out to the three-point line instead of rolling to the basket, and it lets Garnett come over and pressure the shot. Now this is officially boring. Jamison cannot guard Garnett in the post, whatever you tell me. They're just going to pick on him all game and get layups until they put somebody else on him. Now, if you told me Ray Allen was going to be able to take LeBron James, I would have laughed in your face. But because they don't run an offense for him and screen for him, he can deny the ball, take it away, and now Cleveland really doesn't have an offense. Here he rolls the basket, but because they're out of position, they have an easy help, and it's a tough shot. When I watch offense like this, I think Cleveland must not have a coach, because there's nothing you would draw up that would look anything like a play. When you watch what happens here, he throws a long skip pass and it almost goes out of bounds. And then it's all helter-skelter from there. They can't even catch the ball right. Of course, the Celtics are going to be able to shut them down playing offense like this. So now Boston wants to end the game. So they're going to go through their best player on the post, Kevin Garnett, who cannot be guarded by Jamison. So they throw a double team down there. All well and good. They're not in bad position. But watch our friend Anthony Parker. He has to stay at home on Perkins to stop a layup, but instead he runs away from the guy and lets him just shoot it. It's terrible. Now here comes the dagger. This effectively ended the game, and it was a Ray Allen 3 on the left side. Now watch what happens here. Once the ball goes to the left side wing, Anthony Parker should be at least 2 or 3 steps to his right, closer to the lane, so he'd have room to get around this screen. So now he's out of position, and he's going to get pinned behind that screen, and he's way behind. At this point, Ray Allen has his choice. He could shoot it or he could dump it off to Perkins for a layup. His choice. He's still wide open. He just takes the three. Game over. All because Parker was out of position. So there you have it, folks. Cleveland fans, I'm going to quote you a famous movie. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Because, let me tell you, 6 out of the 8 quarters have been dominated by the Celtics. They look like a machine. They have a purpose. Cleveland has no purpose. It looks like they just met. And it's not going to happen for you if you don't turn it around. And I rarely see in a very short term teams suddenly understanding how to play together like a team. If you haven't gotten it by now, I don't think it's going to happen. So I say Celtics in 6. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for my next installment in B-Ball Breakdown.